Hi, everyone. My name is Professor Sackett-Taylor, and I'm making this video for students enrolled in my Principles of Economics courses in fall 2021. You may be enrolled in my Session A course, Econ 101, Principles of Macroeconomics, or you may be enrolled in my Session B course, Principles of Microeconomics. Both of these courses meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:45 to 11 in the morning in Wilson Hall. Each of these courses will be taught in a condensed hybrid modality. I'd like to talk a little bit more about that and let you know what you can expect from the course format and what I can expect from you as a student before we get started very shortly. Let me pull up our course syllabus. Like I said, this course is a Session A or a Session B course. Session A courses in fall 2021 run from September 2nd through October 22nd. Session B courses pick up on October 25th and end on December 17th. This is a 3-credit course being completed in just half of a semester. For that reason, the course is condensed and going to be taught in a hybrid modality. What I mean by hybrid modality is that we will meet every Tuesday and Thursday, 9:45 to 11. And you will be expected to complete activities online. These things include watching video lectures, completing assignments, and submitting overall assessments for grades. Each of these courses has been broken up and organized into 3 distinct units. Each unit will be graded independently, then averaged to determine your overall final course grade. Each in-person class that we have on a Tuesday or a Thursday corresponds to a single chapter of content from the textbook. Prior to coming to class, I ask that you watch the associated video lectures, which will be provided to you in the form of a link in our Plato course page. By watching these videos prior to the class that's focusing on that content, you'll be best prepared to engage in the activities that I have planned for our time together in class. You can see here a breakdown of the chapters that will be covered in each unit. Each unit has an associated deadline, and I'm going to talk about that more in a second, but before that, let's get into the assignments. Every chapter will have both required and optional assignments for you to complete. For each chapter, you are required to watch the video lectures before coming to class, and then completing a homework problem set online after class. Every chapter will also have optional assignments. These optional assignments include coming and talking to me during my office hours, either in person or virtually, creating a study guide from a template that will be provided for you, or taking a quiz online and reaching a target score. How you will be graded in this class is probably different than what you've experienced in other classes so far. Typically, your course grade is determined by the quality of your output, or what it is that you produce, according to an assessment made by the instructor. In this course, we're going to shift the focus away from output or product, which is evaluated in a subjective way, to process that will be documented by you. My core belief in forming this decision is that each of you comes into my classroom with a different set of skills, abilities, talents, and prior knowledge on the subject. So if each of you puts in the time and effort, then all of those things will improve, resulting in both academic and personal growth for every student. Each unit will be graded independently based on the following metrics: your attendance at in-person classes, the number of assignments you turn in late. Content that's covered on a Tuesday will have assignment deadlines of that following Friday. And then content that's covered on a Thursday will have an assignment deadline of that following Sunday. So in this way, you always have 4 full days between the time that we talk about the content together in person and the time when you must submit all required assignments for that chapter. Assignments that are not completed by their Friday or Sunday deadline will be considered late. However, you still have until the end of the unit to submit them. Assignments that are not completed by the unit deadline will be considered missed and will not be accepted past this deadline. Every chapter, you'll record the total effort that you put in to the assignments, both required and optional, in an effort journal that's kept in our Plato course page. You, the student, will record the total time that you spend on all of the activities in your effort journal and submit the effort journal at the end of the unit for grading. The way that each unit is graded is going to be according to the following rubric. To get a particular grade, you must meet all of the requirements in that row. For example, if you want to earn a B+ in this class, you must have no more than 1 absence in a given unit. You must record at least 2.5 hours of effort on the assignments in each chapter. You must have no more than 1 late assignment, and you must have 0 missed assignments. This is how you read this rubric. So your grade is completely your choice based on the effort that you choose to put in to the assignments for each chapter. Your final course grade will be the grade that you get in each unit averaged across all 3 units. Academic honesty is really important to me. It is your responsibility to manage your time and record the time that you spend on each activity as honestly and as accurately as possible. All of your activity online in both our Plato course page and in the complimentary publisher's material, which I'll talk about in a second, is going to be tracked and time-stamped. Deliberate manipulation of the time that you record in your effort journal will be considered an act of academic dishonesty and reported as such. Throughout the semester, if you need to contact me outside of the time that we spend together in class, you can do so in a number of ways. You can find me in person on Tuesdays and Thursdays and most Mondays on campus in my office, which is Wilson Hall 409A. You can also reach me by telephone and leave me a voicemail at my on-campus telephone number, 413-572-5253. The easiest and most efficient way to reach me is by email. My email has 3 consecutive T's in it because my last name is hyphenated Sackett-Taylor, so please be careful. I hold student office hours every Monday from 12:30 to 2:30 and every Thursday from 11:30 to 1:30. To reduce crowding and to make sure that I'm fully prepared with whatever material I need to have in order to help you the most, I ask that you make an appointment with me ahead of time for these office hours, and you can do so using this Calendly link that I've provided here. So let's look at our Plato course page so you can get a feel for the organization of the course and how you're going to link to the publisher's material. In our Plato course page, you can find in the left-hand navigation menu, Course Logistics. In Course Logistics, I've outlined the weekly workflow that's going to work best for you to enhance your grade in this class. By Monday, you should watch all the video lectures associated with Tuesday's content. Then come to class on Tuesday prepared for activities, games, experiments, and group discussion. By Wednesday, you should watch the lecture videos associated with Thursday's content so you can come to class on Thursday equally prepared. Friday is your deadline to submit any required assignments that are associated with Tuesday's content. Sunday is the deadline to submit any assignments associated with Thursday's content. Rinse and repeat. Here, I provided a folder to the course materials from our publisher. The way that you will do homework and quizzes is through our publisher, which is Norton Company. You must register an account with Norton in order to have your activity in the homework and the quizzes linked to your Plato page. You can watch this short video here that describes how you register an account with Norton. Inquisitive is an interactive quizzing system. This is one of the options you have every chapter for adding time to your overall effort journal. Each quiz will have a target score, and you can continue to answer questions until you reach that target score in order to get credit for the quiz. There's more details here by following this link. If you're experiencing technical difficulties, I'm usually not the best person to answer those questions. And so you can get some help from some people that work for the publisher and deal with both the homework and the quiz settings by clicking the link here for the Norton Help Desk. So let's look at some of these assignments. If I click into Unit 1, you can see that I've provided a space for you to record journal entries in your effort journal. I ask that you submit just one journal entry per chapter and that your journal entry follow exactly this template. You provide a description of the activity, the amount of time you spent doing the activity, rounding to the nearest 15 minutes, and then provide a short reflection on how that activity went for you. Your reflection might include things like things you found challenging, obstacles that are getting in the way of you achieving your course grade goal, additional resources you need from me or questions you have, and accomplishments that you're most proud of. I ask that for each chapter, you total the amount of time that you spent on all required and optional assignments and record that as accurately and honestly as you can, rounding up to the nearest 15 minutes. In each chapter, I've outlined which day we're meeting in class, so you know when you need to watch the videos by, and then also the assignment deadline. Let's click into chapter 1. And that's my cat making noise behind us. So in the required assignments, let's click into the homework. In the homework, you'll see that you have an infinite number of attempts on every single problem. Also, you can attempt these problems in any order. You can save and come back to do it later. And you can get little hints or feedback from the book and from the publisher if you're having trouble with any of these problems. This is true for all of our problem sets, the homework associated with each of the chapters. Now, you will receive a grade for this homework, but remember, that's not how your final course grade is calculated. This course is graded solely on effort. So it's about the amount of time you put into it, not your final outcome or what you've produced. Now let's look at a quiz. Here's the quiz for chapter 1. In this quiz, you'll see that you answer questions and get feedback, and you gain points when you have the answer correct, but you lose points when you get the answer incorrect. You can change the point value of any given question depending on how confident you are in it. So if you're really confident, raise the value of that question so that you get more points for it. If you're less confident, lower the value so that it won't hurt you as much if you get it wrong. If you're not sure about an answer, Inquisitive provides links to the ebook where you can look up the information that you need in order to answer the question. You can leave at any time and your progress is automatically saved. In order to get credit for taking this quiz, you must answer a minimum number of questions and reach a specific target score. Now, how you reach that score is going to be different for each student. Some of you will have very high point values and fewer questions because you're very confident. Some of you may require more questions at lower point values in order to reach that score. This allows you to kind of create a learning environment that matches you where you are in the moment. So everyone is going to get there differently, but the main thing is going to be, did you reach the target score? Did you answer the minimum number of questions? And then recording how much time you spent on this activity in your effort journal. You will submit your effort journal at the end of every unit, and every unit has its own deadline. I want to reiterate that Tuesday class content has a deadline of Friday. If you miss that Friday deadline, that assignment will be considered late, but it's not the end of the world because you still have to the end of the unit to complete it and submit it for credit. It's only at the end of the unit that anything that is not submitted by then from that unit content is considered missed for grading purposes. This is how I've organized the course, and I hope it makes sense to you. But if you have any questions or concerns about how this course is going to feel or how you're going to be able to do well in it, please email me or find me on campus. I'm really looking forward to working together for the second half or the first half or potentially the whole semester. And I hope that you've found this informative. Please make sure you review the course syllabus on your own time so that you can get those details really, in your brain. But I'm here to answer any questions. And I guess that's where we'll leave it. And I'll see you soon.